Ukraine war resolution. What are the real chances of ending the war in Ukraine within the next 3 months? Our analysis points to a low 15 to 25% probability as of November 2025. Here's why. The key factor is the Trump 28-point peace proposal. This formal plan was given to Ukraine's President Zelensky with a tight deadline, Thanksgiving, November 27, 2025. The plan is tough, requiring Ukraine to recognize Russian control over an area the size of Poland, including Crimea, Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson, and to permanently ban NATO membership. Crucially, Putin didn't reject the plan, stating it could serve as a basis for peace negotiations, which signals Moscow's interest. However, European leaders are pushing back, insisting negotiations should be based on the current front line, not territorial concessions. Zelensky faces an impossible choice: accept the plan and lose 20% of his country in domestic support, or reject it and risk losing American military aid. This is compounded by a massive domestic corruption scandal. Militarily, Ukraine isn't collapsing. It's holding the line with new European and domestic aid. Trump's real leverage, however, is the approaching winter, as Russia has destroyed 70% of Ukraine's electrical generating capacity, threatening a humanitarian crisis. Meanwhile, Russia is also constrained. Its economy is strained, with inflation at 8%, and its military spending will now exceed oil and gas revenues, which is unsustainable long-term. The biggest blocker to a quick peace is the sheer complexity. Even if Zelensky agrees tomorrow, the actual negotiation of borders, reparations, and security guarantees would take months. Experts estimate a resolution could take 12 months or more. The more realistic timeline is that serious negotiations might begin in the next 3 months, but a resolution will likely land in the second half of 2026 at the earliest. This is what Ukrainian strategists are calling the decisive year. The core issue remains: the fundamental gap between Russia's demand for capitulation and Ukraine's demand for territorial integrity is still too wide for a quick deal. So while a sudden peace is unlikely, the unprecedented diplomatic pressure from the US and economic military exhaustion on both sides are pushing the parties toward the table. What to watch? Zelensky's response by Thanksgiving, European aid commitments through January, winter humanitarian indicators. If blackouts deepen, pressure for a ceasefire will rise dramatically. The bottom line: peace in 3 months is unlikely, but the first steps toward a 2026 resolution are being taken right now.